Hello guys, under design of transformer, today we are going to concentrate on yoke and core dimensions. Let's see the dimensions. Just see the figure. On left hand side it shows a single phase core type transformer, and on right hand side it is of three phase core type transformer. The all dimensions are with the some nomenclatures here mentioned. Just I am clearing that nomenclature. Capital D is nothing but the center to center distance between the two limbs. Just I will show you that portion. Capital D is nothing but a center to center distance between the two limbs. This one, the first limb and second limb. Capital W is nothing but the total width of the core. This from this end, core end, to another core end. And capital H is nothing but the total height of the core from upper end to lower end. And HW and WW indicates the constants of window. That window having a width WW, this one, and height HW. If you observe WW, which is measured from one end of the core limb to the other core limb, but excepting this portion, just I am marking here this portion. This portion is nothing but the copper area in the window. We have to measure the WW, that is width of the window, excepting the copper area. Okay. That need to take care while calculating the WW. Okay, so HY indicates height of the yoke, and small d indicates circumference of that winding area. If suppose core is of this size, core is of this width, that is A, and D is nothing but when windings are appearing on this limb, then top view will be look like this, and that maximum circular part and the you can say diameter of that circle is nothing but a D, small d. Similarly, for three phase core type transformer, all the dimensions are defined here with the capital D. In the core type, three phase core type transformer, these three limbs, this is the first limb, just I am marking, second one, and this is third one. These three limbs are of same width. So here you can see A is defined, same, it is having a width of A, same as it is also having A. But because of three phase core type transformer, here appears two separate windows, you can see here, with the width of same indications WW and HW. Height of the yoke HY, and total width of the core is capital W. We can calculate here different terms by combination of the different defining parameters. Suppose for example you want to calculate the capital D. Capital D is nothing but this part is now of A by 2, half of the this one, sorry, D by 2. This total portion is nothing but D. From this vertical dotted line to this dotted line, it is nothing but small d. If you are looking for this portion, it is nothing but the D by 2. This part is nothing but windows width, that is WW, and again this portion appears D by 2. You can say D by 2 plus D by 2 is nothing but a small d plus WW. So you can write mathematically capital D is equals to D plus WW. So like that you can calculate all the dimensions, and from the diagram, by observing the diagram also you can get the clearance about the calculation of yoke and core dimensions. Let's see one by one. Yoke dimension. Actually yoke does not appears with winding, so there is scope to reducing the iron losses by increasing the core cross section of the yolk, thereby reducing the flux density of yolk portion. Generally, yolk is taken as 15 to 25% higher than the width of limb section, and this is most normally affected for transformers using hot rolled silicon steel. Let's consider yolk section to be rectangular, and AY, AY is nothing but the area of yolk, and dy is nothing but the depth of the yolk. Depth of the yolk is nothing but what? Simply I will show you here. If suppose you are taking a side view of this, it will also appear same here, means it will be looking like this for the side view, and that depth of this is nothing but depth of the yolk. Are you getting? Depth of the yolk or depth of the core, it is similar. So HY is nothing but the height of the yolk. If you want to calculate area of yolk, simply formulation, it is a rectangular form, so you can directly use as AY is equals to dy into HY. Now depth of the yolk has to be same as that of depth of the core. So A is also defined as this A portion. A is nothing but the width of the limb. That width of the limb also defined as a depth of the core. So generally consider that depth of the yolk is equals to depth of the core. So you can also define that dy, that is depth of the yolk, this one, depth of the yolk is equal to A. And area of the yolk is 1.15 to 1.25 times of AGI, that is gross core area. Thus HY could be calculated from this formulation. If you know AGI and you are getting the AY directly, and if you are having an idea of dy, means if you are having a value of A, it means you are knowing the value of dy. If you are knowing this AY and dy, then you can calculate the HY directly. This is about the yolk dimensions. Overall core dimension, simply you can calculate as I said in the last slides, defined that how to calculate the D, capital D. Simply we will see one by one a single phase core type transformer. If you want to calculate the capital D, if you want to calculate, just see the figure here. Capital D is nothing but this portion is of D by 2. You can see here D by 2, this portion. Then next WW, width of the window, again it appears D by 2. D by 2 plus D by 2, small d plus WW. So you can write that as WW plus small d. So like that, dy is equals to depth of the yolk is equals to width of the limb, that or core, depth of the core, that is dy is equals to A. Capital H is nothing but overall height, and W is nothing but the overall width. Let's see to calculate the capital H and capital W. If you want to calculate the capital H, simply you can see here from the bottom I am starting. This height is nothing but the HY, and from this part, this portion to this portion, this is nothing but HW. You can see HY plus HW. Again here appears height of yolk, that is HY. HY plus HW plus HY. So capital H you can define as HW plus 2HY simply. Like that, you can also define the capital W. Capital W is equals to capital D. This capital D. This portion you can observe, this total portion is nothing but the A. Just define this part. It is nothing but A by 2. Same here also, it can define as A by 2. And middle portion, this one, whole portion is that, this one, capital D. So you can write as A by 2 plus capital D plus A by 2. So you can write that capital W is equals to capital D plus small a. Similarly, you can find out for three-phase core type transformer. For capital D, you will get WW plus small d. You can compare with the single phase. For capital D, both are same. Capital H also both same, but with the difference of capital W. Here in the three-phase core type transformer, you are getting capital W is equal to 2 times of capital D plus A. Okay, it is our core dimension, overall core dimension. Let's see a simple problem. Just read the problem carefully, so you will get the solution easily. Determine the dimension of the core and yoke for a 100 kVA transformer 50 Hz, means kVA rating is given, frequency is given. Now most important, a single phase core type transformer, we have to determine the dimension of single phase core type transformer. So you have to utilize the relation of dimension for single phase core type transformer. Next part is also important, that define a square core. A square core is used with distance between the adjacent limbs equal to 1.6 times of width of the lamination. It is nothing but the relation between that AI and AGI. Okay, assume voltage per ton, means ET is given, EMF per ton 14 volt. Maximum flux density is given, BM 1.1 Weber per meter square, and window space factor 0.32, and current density 3 ampere per mm square. Take the stacking factor 0.9, flux density in the yoke to be 80% of flux density in core. Let's start. Voltage EMF per ton we know, that is nothing 4.44 F 5m. 5m, this 5m we can define with in terms of area and flux density, so we can write that 4.44 F BM into AI. Just put the values of frequency and BM. AT also known, unknown part is AI. Just calculate the AI from this, you will get the AI. By calculating the AI, for further calculation you have to use for given problem data, that is square core. For the square core we can define AI is equals to 0.45 d square. Here suppose two-stepped core is given, then you have to utilize AI is equals to 0.56 d square. If it is three-stepped, then you have to use AI is equals to 0.6 d square. Like that, as per the given core type, you have to utilize the relation. Just put the value of AI, you will get here a D, value of D. After calculating the D, we are having a relation between the small a and D, as we seen in design of core sections. For square core, you can define, for square core only, you can define A is equals to 0.71 D. As per the core type, it will be differs. So you can get a small a from here, and as per the given in the problem, that statement, distance between the adjacent limbs, it is nothing but capital D, is 1.6 times of width of the lamination. Width of the lamination is nothing but the small a. So we can write here capital D is equals to 1.6 into A. Just put the value of A here. You will get the capital D again. Now we are having capital D, small a. So we can calculate the WW. We have the formulation capital D is equals to WW plus small d. So we can calculate the width of the window. WW is equals to capital D minus small d. You will get the width of the window here. For single phase transformer, you have to use here output equation. S is equals to 2.22 F BM AI AW KW del into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. We have BM also, F AI. We know the AW. We don't know about the AW only. KW we have to assume proper value of KW. Then del is also known. Just unknown part is nothing but AW. Rating of the transformer is also given. So as per this, you can calculate the AW, and you can also calculate the HW by assuming proper values. By HW is equals to AW upon WW, whatever we calculated here. with the help of the relation AW is equals to HW into WW, we can calculate here HW is equals to AW upon WW. We have the value of AW and we have the value of WW, so we can get a height of the window, that is HW. Now we have the relation between the BM of yoke and BM of core. In the given problem, it is stated that last sentence, flux density in the yoke is to be 80% of the flux density in the core. So we can define here BM of yoke means maximum flux density of yoke is equal to 80% means 0.8 times of BM of core. So we can define here BM is inversely proportional, is a proportionality with area of the yoke, and same BM of the core is proportionality with the AGI. So obviously flux density is inversely proportional to the area of cross sections. So you can write that AY is equals to 1 upon 0.8 times of AGI. By solving this, you will get the relation AY is equals to 1.25 AGI. Let's see how to calculate the AGI. AGI is equals AGI and AI having a relation with the stacking factor. We know about that stacking factor is nothing but a ratio of net core area divided by gross core area. So same here, by selecting the stacking factor with the general value 0.9, you can calculate AGI is equals to AI divided by 0.9. So you will get the AGI value. So you can calculate AY as per the given relation AY is equals to 1.25 into AGI. You will get the value of AY. Now we can assume that depth of the yoke is equals to A, that is equal to 0.253, and from that you can also calculate HY. AY is equal to HY into DY. We know that relation. So you can calculate the HY. You will get HY is equals to AY divided by DY. This is the value of AY divided by DY. You will get HY, height of the yoke. Now calculate the overall width, capital W, for single phase core type transformer. Capital W is equals to capital D plus small a. We have the value of capital D, this one. We have the value of small a, so we can calculate capital D plus small a. You will get the total width of the core. Now height of the core, we require HW and HY. We calculated HW as well as we have HY. By putting the value of that HW and HY calculated, that we have to put here, and we will get height of the core. This is about the dimension of yoke and core and how to calculate it. Thank you to listening to me. Thank you very much.